ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Tuesday. For persons ready to push the panic button, the International Olympic Committee is saying there's no need for drastic measures as yet. In the wake of the coronavirus outbreak, the IOC is taking a closer look at the viability of the 2020 Olympic Games set to run in Tokyo, July 24th through August 9th. Qualifying procedures will also be modified in several sports. In a statement released on Tuesday, the IOC said it will work with international sports federations on adjustments to the Olympic qualifying process. The process will be finalized by the start of April. Back here at home, the Bahamas Aquatics Federation has also postponed all activities and will not be attending the Carifta Swimming and Water Polo Championships. Now, joining me live tonight is Miss Kiana Moss and Mark Anthony Thompson. They are our young junior Carifta swimmers. If you can just talk about not having any competition and being named to a team but not able to travel. Anyone?
You want to go first? Okay. Well, it is a little disappointing at some times to find out that we won't be participating this year. And it's not that all disappointing when I really think about it, because even though we won't be participating, I just try to use it as motivation to continue my training. And I hope that everybody that participates in swimming and water polo, that they keep up their training and know that just because we won't be participating this year, that it's not the end of the world. We will get to start afresh next season in September or August, and I just hope that everyone continues to stay focused as I am.
Well, Kiana, we know physically you are in shape because you were able to make some of the times for this year's Carifta team, but mentally, how does that play on your mental psyche?
Well, mentally it just prepares me better for the next meets coming up, like CCCAN Nationals, where I plan to do good. And
Mark, the Bahamas has dominated the Carifta swimming. I know it's kind of disappointing. You're in your senior year. You're also heading off to college. I know you wanted to head out with a bang.
Yes, that is true that I wanted to go with a bang, but in my words, I just like to say small things. I'm not focusing on it. I'm not staying on it. It's not a big deal. I mean, I know it was my last year and that I really wanted to do well, but it's just another phase in life, and I know God doesn't do things for no reason. He does, everything happens for a reason, and so just trusting the plan and trusting the process.
Kiana, 5 a.m. practices, I mean, the cold water, are you missing it or not?
actually, I am missing it. Like right now, I am missing it, because the water usually, I started swimming to relax, and I do miss the water a lot.
All right, thank you so much, Kiana and Mark, for joining me here on the Bahamas tonight. The spread of the coronavirus is impacting the stage of sporting events all around the world. The Bahamas is also feeling the pinch. Local sports bars have seen a decline in customer service and sales.
Sports is definitely something that brings people together. They come out to congregate, so it is a very big part of how we make money. We've definitely seen a decline in the amount of customers that come out during the evenings, but you know, with all things you have to try to adjust and make the necessary changes. So we've been having other activities, example karaoke and other events, to kind of get people out and still involved, to still socialize.
We have seen more like a drop, especially when this whole virus actually came out. We actually do show our sports on multiple TVs, as you can see. We have about, I'll say about 13 to 15 sports channels per show. And what we been trying to do is that we've been trying to put in for our whole happy hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays and stuff like that, just to try to get the people back inside the place. And now that they saying that, you know, everything is scarce and stuff like that, so the folks, I mean, really coming out no more.
It's only been 24 hours basically since we got the news, but it has slowed down the day-to-day come in, and I've noticed that a lot of my customers now, they would come in, they'd purchase, but then they'll leave. They wouldn't stay and hang up anymore.
The Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association also closing the door when it comes to play. However, the association was able to play their qualifiers for the final 2 spots for the Fed Cup team and the Davis Cup team. Larica Russell and Simone Pratt earned their spots and will join Carrie Cartwright and Sydney Clark on the tour set for June. The date for the Davis Cup team will be announced in the upcoming weeks. Now joining me live is Perry Newton. He's a public relations officer in the BLTA. He's here to bring us up to speed with all that's happening in the BLTA, as well as the effects of the COVID-19 on the sport. How are you tonight?
I'm well, and yourself?
I know that you were able to put in a couple of sets and matches on the weekend. Are you grateful to know that your players were still able to go on the court?
We're very happy that we were able to finalize our teams. The Fed Cup team with Larica Russell and Simone Pratt. Unfortunately, for the Davis Cup team, we don't have the date for that as yet. But we were able to solidify the team with Marvin Rule. So we have both in the Fed Cup and Davis Cup teams. We have extremely qualified players. They're veteran players. So I think the team we selected, they're good teams. Also for the Fed Cup, like you said, with the COVID, is set for June. So we don't know what's going to happen with that as yet. The ITF, International Tennis Federation, has suspended and canceled all matches for the month of March. So we'll have to see how the spread of the virus progresses, and hopefully we get some type of containment so that our schedules can move forward.
Have you been in contact with any of the players abroad about the virus and how they're keeping safe?
Well, right now, the only player that we have abroad is Justin Roberts, who's actually on tour. But like I said, the ITF has canceled all pro circuit matches, junior matches as well. So I haven't spoke with him since the announcement a few weeks ago. But we're sure that he's doing everything to preserve his safety.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Newton. We'll have more from the BLTA with our Charles Fisher in the morning. I'm sure he's going to take a swing at it. He's no good, but hey, we give it all back to Charles. That's all the time we have for sports. Once again, I'm Kelsey Johnson. Stay tuned. A check on weather's next.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.